African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 7th of February, 2025. From February 1st to 7th, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 8 group strikes with high-precision weapons and strike unmanned aerial vehicles, as a result of which gas and energy infrastructure facilities supporting the operation of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine were damaged. In addition, the infrastructure of military airfields, places for the assembly, storage, and preparation for use of attack unmanned aerial vehicles, training of drone operators and electronic warfare specialists, ammunition depots, and fuel and lubricants of the armed forces of Ukraine, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations were damaged. Over the course of a week, 19 Ukrainian servicemen surrendered on the contact line. Yesterday, units of the North Group of Forces thwarted an attempt by the Ukrainian armed forces to conduct counteroffensive actions in the direction of the settlements of Cherkasskaya Konopelka and Ulanok in the Kursk Region. A total of 8 waves of attacks were repelled. During the week, the destruction of Ukrainian armed forces formations in the Kursk Region continued. Airstrikes, unmanned aerial vehicles, and artillery fire hit the manpower and equipment of the heavy mechanized, 6 mechanized, 3 airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, a Marine brigade, and 4 territorial defense brigades. In the Kharkiv direction, units of the motorized infantry, airborne assault brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a National Guard brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades were defeated. Over the past week, in the area of responsibility of the North Group of Forces, the enemy's losses amounted to over 2,020 servicemen, 21 tanks, 161 combat armored vehicles, 132 vehicles, 35 field artillery guns, and 5 field ammunition depots were destroyed. The settlement of Novomlinsk in the Kharkiv region was liberated by active actions of units of the West Military Group. The manpower and equipment of 5 mechanized, tank, airborne, mountain assault and assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, a territorial defense brigade, and a National Guard brigade were damaged. The enemy lost over 1,835 servicemen, 2 tanks, 19 combat armored vehicles, including 8 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, 71 vehicles, 32 field artillery pieces, including 12 made by NATO countries, 11 electronic warfare stations, and 20 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position. Formations of 4 mechanized, motorized infantry, assault and airmobile brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a Marine brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades were defeated. Over the course of a week, the Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 1,510 servicemen, a tank, 5 combat armored vehicles, 26 cars, 14 field artillery guns, including 7 Western-made ones, in this direction, 16 field ammunition depots, and 4 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense and liberated the settlements of Krymskoye, Baranovka, and Druzhba of the Donetsk People's Republic. The units of 2 heavy, 7 mechanized, 2 Ranger, airmobile, and motorized infantry brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a Marine brigade, 2 brigades of the National Guard, and the light assault brigade of the National Police of Ukraine were defeated. The losses of the Ukrainian armed forces amounted to over 3,720 servicemen, 4 tanks, including a Leopard tank made in Germany, 29 armored combat vehicles, including 2 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and an M113 armored personnel carrier made in the USA, as well as a Viking armored personnel carrier made in Sweden. 44 vehicles and 34 field artillery pieces were destroyed, including 3 Western-made ones. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. The formations of the tank, 5 mechanized, airborne assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the Marine Brigade and 3 territorial defense brigades were defeated. The enemy lost over 955 servicemen, 3 tanks, including a Leopard tank made in Germany, 19 combat armored vehicles, 14 cars, and 31 field artillery pieces, including 7 made by NATO countries. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the mechanized infantry brigades, 3 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a National Guard brigade. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 395 servicemen, a tank, 2 combat armored vehicles, 37 cars, and 8 field artillery guns. 6 electronic warfare stations and 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Russian Aerospace Forces fighter aircraft shot down a Su-27 of the Ukrainian Air Force in an air battle. Over the course of a week, air defense systems shot down a long-range Neptune guided missile, 6 French-made Hammer guided aerial bombs, 41 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, and 630 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 653 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 42,617 unmanned aerial vehicles, 592 anti-aircraft missile systems, 21,242 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,514 multiple launch rocket systems, 21,326 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 31,384 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.